Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more One Piece. I will be watching episode 655, 56 and 57. Last time around we had a really interesting set of episodes like always, but the way third episode of set ended with Sanji coming to rescue and clashing with Doflamingo is so hype, man. I can't wait to see what happens there. I assume that Love will still get involved, right? He was too far away to come to help them, and I was really worried for a second there, and then I see Sanji flying in, and I immediately just like my whole body feels so much hype, man, because I believe in my boy Sanji, but also at the same time, it would be very dumb of me to assume that Sanji can take on Doflamingo 1v1. I have to be real, man. That seems like a very, very impossible task, and a possible team up with Love is to be expected, man. So that shit's gonna be wild. And before that, another thing that was also crazy for completely different reasons, right? Not because of the battle, but because of the lore. We find out that 20 kingdoms are they moved to marry Joyce and they became celestial dragons. And one family, one country didn't do it. It's Alabasta, man. It's Nefertari family, and shout out to them. They have always been the real ones, man. King Cobra and Vivi, absolute goats, bro. It makes perfect sense. They're such a nice and noble people, bro. So, as far as Don Quixote family goes, the way I understood it, that they were ruling over Dressrosa, right? And when they were about to move to marry Joyce, right? That at that period, Riku family became rulers of Dressrosa. So Don Quixote family went to marry Joyce, and they became celestial dragons. But something that you guys also pointed out to me that is very interesting. When Love asked Doflamingo, "Are you celestial dragon?" Doflamingo said, "Not anymore." And he was speaking about the destiny, the bloodlines, about how his life is quite checkered, right? That all sorts of crazy shit happened in his life. So that's kind of mind-blowing as well. Like, how can you be like not anymore? So he was a celestial dragon and now not, but he still has such a huge influence, right? He was still able to manipulate with the news and to make deals with CP0 agents and whatnot, man. So a lot of mysteries surrounding his character as well, man. When it comes to Colosseum battles, Rebecca is now fighting. She's really good. She's very good at avoiding and dodging attacks. She's basically making other contestants drop each other out of the ring, which is really smart, man. I really like the way she is choosing to fight because she's so kind-hearted, right? She won't just like cut someone or stab someone. She's really, really nice person, and the fact that everyone is shitting on her. Shout out to Cabbage Man for standing up to her, to Cavendish, at least verbally, right? He didn't like help her during the battle that much. After all, they're rivals, but at least he said some positive things, which was really nice. It was really nice to see that. I really enjoyed it. And Luffy is, of course, cheering for Rebecca. He's watching it together with other gladiator prisoners. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really excited to see what happens with Doflamingo and Love and our crew next. So, without further ado, let's start episode 655. Let's begin, guys. All right, guys, great stuff as always. It was really interesting to see Love and Doflamingo actually starting a serious 1v1 battle, man. Love went in crazy and Doflamingo keeps blocking everyone that Love throws into him. Before that, we saw that he dealt with Sanji's attacks with ease as well. It is to be expected. He's a warlord and apparently one of the more powerful ones, definitely. And the fact that he has like all this influence in One Piece underground world, and that he was a celestial dragon, but he still has like such easily manipulative like sources. Like he's, the way I understood it, he was like making a deal with either newspapers or CP0, right? And when he was executing Gecko Moria, he was also saying, oh, I got my orders from somewhere more high above, so maybe he's not like celestial dragon on paper, but he's still being treated like one. I don't know what the fuck is happening, man. There are clearly some things that are still not revealed to us. There is a whole new reason for Love to fight him. Apparently, it's a very personal beef for something that happened 13 years ago, man. I'm curious about that because I'm slightly like worried and disappointed that Love kept that away from us, and I like that Sanji called him out on that he questioned him being too hung up on Doflamingo. But they still listen to him, and we are apparently going to New Island, Zou, Nami, Brook, Momonosuke, Chopper, and Sanji. 5 of them are heading there, while Zoro and Kinemon are trying to get entrance. Bartolomeo is chasing after Luffy, and we have Frankie, Usopp, and Robin, who are with Toy Soldier and Tontatas, I guess, like getting ready for their operation. We need to rescue some of Tontata's friends from the factory, and we need to destroy the factory. That's the part of the plan, and we're trying to get Luffy to, I guess, provide him with all this information, because Luffy is still in the Colosseum, right? And that's a whole another separate thing. Like the fact that Toda is able to keep track of all of this, man, and to make you invest for whatever is on the screen at that moment is honestly so fucking impressive, man. One Piece is such a goated anime, man. It's so good. But yeah, Luffy is still stuck in Doflamingo's trap with the flare fruit, but also I understand Luffy, so it is what it is, man. I can easily see Luffy like going all the way in this tournament, no matter what news he gets from Zoro, right? So that's another thing. Unless he like entrusts Rebecca somehow, but when I remember that there is... Okay, Bartolomeo is also one of the people who got into finals, right? So if he finds out that Rebecca and Luffy are good, he probably won't try to go against Rebecca, but there is that guy from the Blackbeard Pirates, man, which is the huge problem. Jesus Burgess, right? We will talk about that when the time comes, but yeah, seems like people who are deemed losers and who don't rock with Doflamingo, it's like Doflamingo is like punishing them by throwing them into that dark garbage pit that reminded me of the pit from the Punk Hazard, but even better, much better comparison was what Luffy thought of, like Great Terminal, the people who have nobody, right? The regular people, not royalty, that were tossed out from society, right? It's quite similar to what we saw here in Dressrosa, man. And it's so fucked up that they are saying that they're gonna treat the losers, they put them on this like bed, table, whatever, and they just drop them down, man. It's so fucking brutal. Yeah, Rebecca is doing fantastic. She fought like 50 guys already. She keeps tossing them to the water and evading and blocking their attacks, using their speed and strength against them. And this guy, Rolling Logan, was a problem. He's like a very like physically strong psychopath, but shout out to Agilia for helping her. And he was dropped the same way, just like others, man. I really like that. And it was implied that it's time for Rebecca to actually strike someone, right? And I was expecting that. And yet again, Oda subverts our expectations with Rebecca resolving that fight like every other previous fight, man. So that's very respectable. So now we have I guess the continuation of this battle is going on, man. It's going very for a very long time, man. We have Low and Doflamingo. Not gonna lie, I wish we would like get one full episode of just them fighting, man. I don't know, man. I think that would be so fucking amazing, but also we know that Oda likes to show us what's happening everywhere, man. So it is what it is, man. It's still pretty enjoyable. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. What we saw from these episodes. I will end the video here for today. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. As always, check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.